Do you know how important a den chief is? Hey, ScouterStan. Every scout troop needs to have den chiefs. Plural. Okay, they need to have as many as they can support other packs with. So important. This is one of all the youth leadership positions. I believe that this singular position will help prevent units from dying out, and I'll get more into that. This is the one position that is super critical. Now, this youth position has many hidden facets, and it's wonderful to see that youth are willing to step up and do the position. They are literally being pulled in every direction. It is amazing all the opportunities that are out there in so many communities, not only the school, but you have bands and football and sports, and everything is pulling them in every single direction. But yet you have unique youth leaders willing to sacrifice time to be a den chief. Now, scout leaders need to choose scouts that exemplify the scout oath and law and have some basic leadership skills. They're the ones that need to be made into den chiefs through training. That is a wonderful thing. And there is a den chief training course. And we've talked about all of the basics of what and how a den chief operates. I'll put a link right up there. Okay? Definitely go to that to get more information. Now, one of the many facets about a den chief is that inherently they become your number one recruiter for your troop. In their service to the Cub Scout pack, the den chief works with Cub Scouts and gets them to cross over into your unit. A recruiter. This is something that's long term. You cannot rely on sign-up nights and individual things like that. You need to think long term. You need to work with your Cub Scout pack as a troop. You need to have den chiefs in there, and you need to work with that unit to get that crossover into your unit. That connection has to be made, and the den chief is perfect for that role. Now, once the Cub Scout has crossed over into the troop, they are a scout. And the scout goes through the process in a new scout emphasis patrol. The den chief, this is a perfect job for them. The den chief should be recruited to become the troop guide for the new scout patrol. They already know him. They already know that scout. They already know him or her. They know them, and they are familiar with them. They will be more comfortable getting leadership advice from someone they have worked with when they were Cub Scouts. That is huge. That relationship is wonderful. Cultivate that. You'll gain some really good leaders. Now, before we go any further, I do want to invite you to our monthly meeting. It's on the first Sunday of each month, and it's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So you're more than welcome to join us and ask questions and just have fun. You know, that's one of those wonderful things about that meeting. I also want to thank everybody on Patreon for their continued support of our channel. And our channel members. You can be a channel member. You hit the join button and join up. There's all kinds of badges and emojis and different things. They even get the videos exclusively for themselves, ad-free, which is an added bonus. And then, of course, if you don't want to join in and do a monthly donation, you could always do a one-time donation by hitting the thanks button. So get involved. I really do appreciate all that you do in scouting and here on the channel. Now, in the position of troop guide, this former den chief can actually help the former Cub Scouts get scout rank and start moving towards first class. And they also can be one of the youth leaders that work with other patrols, and they can feed the other patrols new scouts. That is so important to keep the vitality of the scout troop going. Scout leaders need to think about long-term recruiting and using den chiefs within the troop to assist youth and leadership in a den of a Cub Scout pack. That is critical to have that connection. When you have that connection, you need to use that connection so that they have somewhere to go. That's the wonderful thing about scouting is that they can cross over into an established troop that is got a plan for them to help them succeed. That is so incredibly important. The troop needs to have a system, whereas den chiefs can go to a pack, do their leadership, and then cross over with the Cub Scouts and they become scouts. There needs to be that plan so that they become a troop guide. That is so incredibly important that cycle continues and continues. It is very important. And that's one of those things that a lot of units kind of miss out on and struggle with is getting new scouts to come in and keeping them, retaining them, giving them the things that they're looking for, the goals that they're looking for to fulfill. That is so important. And that is kind of the goal of recruitment, to make sure that there are scouts coming in and getting scouting going. We do so much work for our scouts. We do a lot for them. And we want to make sure that they're happy and that we, as leaders, are facilitating their needs to fulfill their goals. That's one of the big things that we do. And having that den chief do their thing and then come back and be a troop guide to help that new patrol. It's magic. It's absolutely magic, and it really makes a difference. So really start looking at it totally different. Den chiefs are the most important leadership role when it comes to, in regards to any kind of recruiting. It is the most important, and they enjoy it. Everyone wins. It is a total great program to really install in your unit, and I highly recommend it. Den chiefs are trained. Your local district or council does training. Look into it. That is one of those things that den chiefs are that important. You know, they got to train. You don't get that for your senior patrol leader. But den chiefs are so important that your district and council are doing it. There's a national syllabus. I mean, I could go on. And in fact, there's the video. Okay, so definitely look into it. Den chiefs are incredible. And I am so proud of all the hard work you do. And I want you to keep up that good hard work. And I'll see you on the trail.